I wanted to ask you, what's one thing that your mom did that you want to do for your, like, that you want to do too, that you would take from your mom's parenting? So let me tell you mine.
Okay.
You could think about it.
Okay.
One thing my mom did, because, like, one of my girlfriends, I know I keep telling y'all about my friends and the stuff they told me, but I really carry these things with me. One of my girlfriends told me one day, she's like, sometimes our moms teach us what we want to be as a mom, and sometimes they teach us what we don't want to be as a mom. And I'm like, yeah, I like that, because, like, for me, it's all about, like, becoming better generation by generation. You know what I mean? So I do want to try to be a better mom than my mom was, and I want my son to be a better dad than I was, and what have you. But I say that to say, like, I try to think about, like, what do I want to take from my mom, like, that she did positive, And one thing my mom was so good at was making sure all three of her kids could come to her and talk to her about anything without feeling any type of way.
That's amazing.
Like, it was so, like, it's strange, like, in retrospect, because I just see people hide things from their mom so often. And there were things I hid from her, but I never really had to. Like, I could have told her those things. I just, like, didn't want to for whatever reason. But, like, I could always go to my mom and say just anything, the super raw whatever, and she wouldn't never judge me. She just wasn't judgmental. She's not judgmental. She's not a judgmental person. So, like, I always say she's like the least judgmental person I ever met. You could come to her and be like, yo, I just murdered somebody, and she'd be like, dang, what you gonna do? Like, she would not like she just, like, not judgmental. Like, just not who she is. So I want to take that. I hope and pray that my son feels comfortable to tell me any and everything always, like, whether it's whatever the case may be. Like, I just want him to always be able to come to me and talk to me about it, because it was the opposite with my dad. I was so scared of him because he was, like, the disciplinarian parent, like, and I needed that too, know?
Right.
So I was just, like, so scared of him that I never told him anything. And, like, when we got older, he hated that. He's just like, I don't know why y'all feel like y'all can't talk to me. It's like, because you're scary.
Right.
Because you're scary. But, like, I see the benefits of not being scary, because I want my son to be able to talk to me about all things, like, I don't want him to be sneakily doing something that I just could be helping him get through.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think with my mom, I was able to tell her anything. And she was my best friend.
Yeah.
And we're still pretty close.
Yeah.
But, especially in high school, talking to her, venting to her, telling her about problems, boy stuff. Like, my mom was very, like, a girlfriend, but also maintained that mother figure. And I knew not to cross boundaries with her.
Yeah.
Like, she had that fine line. And I think I would definitely want that for my daughter. Like, I want her to come talk to me about anything, dating, all this stuff, but also understanding I'm still your mom at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So that's something I really want to take on. So, I still ask my mom, like, how do you do that? Like, how did you create that environment where I was able to say that and do this? So still learning from her to see how I could do that in the future. But I think that was probably one of the most beautiful things I saw my mom do.
Yeah. No, I love that. That's lit.